Right. Are we live? Are we live? Can you hear
I
us?
think we might be. Testing.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
We're a whole 3 minutes late. Apologies. Good to see you all. Welcome to our thing we do on a Sunday. Hang on.
Oh, it says 2 minutes late on this laptop. So
2 minutes? What's that? That's nothing. We've been rushing around. Had to get to the shop and buy wine before they closed.
we could sound like alcoholics.
Shh. Don't tell anyone.
We were also finishing dinner.
Yeah, there was that. So yes, welcome. If you are new here, I'm Nick. This is
Andrea.
We sell stuff on the internet, and on a Sunday we like to come on and chat with you lot, let you know what's been going on in our world, and you can say hello in the side chat. There is Ian. Good evening. Peter's in, and Will. So a few more. Hello, Secret Carper. See, I can't remember his name. We chatted to them a lot at the meetup.
Yes.
I'm terrible with names.
I have name blindness, so I don't ever remember anyone's
stick
name.
with Secret Carper. Ian. Hello, Jake and Mark, Belinda, lots and lots of people. Fluffy Muffin. Evening, Nick, Andrea, Jeff.
Before people start asking, he's asleep on the sofa.
And Sunday evening chatters. Oh, Michelle's in, Damien, lots and lots of people. So I'm going to whiz down to the end so we can get down to the bottom. Who else we got in? Nia, Phil, welcome. Scrolly. Hi, Chris.
I saw Chris B there.
Yeah, Chris, Michael, Glasshammer, Hannah.
Stockport Rocker.
I'm at the bottom.
To me.
Stockport Rocker. Awesome. Yeah. So yeah, we went to 2 jumble sales on Saturday, and they were both okay. They weren't great, but we managed to buy a few interesting bits and bobs, so we're going to share them.
They were all right.
Yeah.
The second one we went to was actually the first one we went to. That sounds weird. When we first moved here. So that particular jumble for that cause was the first one that we went to when we moved here, and they had another one this weekend.
Yeah,
and it was the first time around. We queued for an hour, and we walked in and went, oh. There was hardly anything that we wanted there. There was lots of clothes, but hardly any bric-a-brac.
Lots of clothes. Yeah.
But this time it was much better.
So we got a few bits from there, which we will share. And that one there's a place near us. Well, not that near, but it's in. Now, is that Norfolk? I think it is Norfolk. Or is that into Suffolk? Not sure.
It's Suffolk.
Is the name of the place.
Yeah.
And this was kind of on the outskirts of that. Very nice place.
Airplane One is shouting at you. When is the thrift bag coming out?
I spoke to my business partner earlier. I have been sent version God only knows what. And we are now working on getting it on the Google Play Store.
Yeah. The one thing you've learned from this is that
I don't say when.
It's not as easy. It's not been as easy, or not. You didn't imagine it would be easy, but it's not been as plain sailing as you might imagine. Trying to create an app and make it work. It's an
incredibly complex thing we're trying to do, and we're doing it in our spare time with 2 of us, effectively.
And you're not like,
and I'm not doing any of the technical stuff.
Stuff.
What am I doing? I don't really know.
Steering the ship.
But thank you for the question. As soon as it can be is the answer. Jake, did you know dog ice cream exists?
Yes, I did know that. I've never found any. If we have a nice hot summer again, we'll see if we can find some for Jeff.
Hello from upstate New York. Wow, nice. Very nice. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to share a gift first before we forget. Would you like to do that?
Yes. So I don't know if Sean is in the chat, And if you are, I'm sorry, Sean. I did mean to tell you that this had arrived, but we were busy and I've completely forgot.
Say hi, Sean,
So
if you are in.
We have had a lovely gift from Sean, who says, here is a gift I made for you. It's a bottle. It's bottle art, steampunk art. I do all kinds of different types. I hope you like it. And there's a little thing inside that it's like a special sort of secret that looks quite fun.
Special secret.
Special secret that you have to find inside. Yeah. So this is it. And I must say, Sean, the detail that's gone into this is pretty awesome.
He hasn't said hello yet, so I don't know if Sean is in.
If you're watching this back and you want to pop the name of your shop in the comments, then please feel free to, because other people might. Oh, there you are. Hello.
He's in.
Do you want? Feel free to share. I don't think you can share a link, but feel free to share your shop so that other people might.
Now it lights up, doesn't it?
Sean's Crafts.
How do you make it light up?
It lights up. So this is it, and I don't know if you can see inside.
The backing, bizarrely, is a picture of us. Yeah. You can't see it. You really can't see
it. But look at the detail of that. That's quite something. It looks like you've just dug it up from the bottom of the seabed.
It does a bit.
It looks awesome. It's like a pirate's bottle.
I don't know where we're going to put this.
I don't know. We haven't found a home for it yet.
But thank you for thinking of us, Sean.
Yeah, that's some talent right there. That is pretty awesome.
And if you want to link your shop, maybe when this video has gone up after the fact and you can put comments, pop a link to your shop and anyone can go across and have a look.
So thank you very much for that.
That was quite a surprise. We opened it up and we're like,
oh, and on the bottom.
The hills. Yeah, that was quite a surprise, Sean. We did not expect that at all.
We will find a home for that.
And thank you for your
I'm going to move it off the counter because it's quite large.
We're going to need space because we've got to share stuff. Yeah, people are loving it in the chat. That's brilliant, Sean. Great artistry. Would look good in the bathroom. Our bathroom is quite minimalist. I don't know if we did share, I think, when we'd finished putting the pictures up in our bathroom. I don't think it would work in that bathroom. And our other bathroom doesn't really have any shelves.
Doesn't, no, it's very small.
We will think on that.
Yeah.
It needs a spot somewhere, but where, I don't know. Okay, let's scrolly, get down to the end. Hi, Porkies. Hi, Gadget. Oh, there's a super chat.
Gadget Man.
Would you like to read that?
Do you know eBay seller, the Jolly Savage of Hitchin? No, we do not. Well, I mean, we might, but
the Jolly Savage.
But I've not heard that name before.
No. Oh, we had the tragic news this week that thinking of Savage, Lily Savage, Paul O'Grady passed away.
I know, absolutely.
That was a shock.
Devastating, that.
Yeah, you were quite a fan, weren't you?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was sad news. But no, we've not heard of Jolly Savage. It doesn't mean we don't know them, but we don't know that username. Right. Okay, so we're going to share some jumble sale finds is the plan. We didn't go too mad. There wasn't massive. The first one, now I did I did film on the GoPro, so hopefully you'll be able to see. The first one was in a church.
Did you tape it?
I taped it. And the first one was in a church, lovely little church, middle of nowhere. But they had a lot of people turn up. You couldn't move in there. And they'd put some boards out on the pews. So to get to the stuff, you had to go up in between the pews. So it's like kind of a one person at a time deal. It was utterly chaotic.
Queuing to get into to look at one side of the table.
But so the first thing I picked up there was, I think this was the first thing I bought.
It's the first thing you spotted.
This is a Sharp boombox, probably from the 90s or early noughties. I quickly looked this up. We haven't had much of a chance to look up much of this. They go for about 40. I paid 3 on it, so pretty good return if I can get the 40. I thought we'd do the does it work test. I'm going to plug it in, see if we can. I've bought some CDs. I can put a CD in it.
Oh. Did you bring a tape down?
I didn't get a tape. We'll go with a CD. We can see if the tuner works as well.
Well, I did hear that Battersea Dogs Home have received enough donations to keep it running for years in honour of Paul O'Grady. They were absolutely overwhelmed, weren't they?
Wow.
Chokes me up a little bit.
He would be thrilled at that, wouldn't he?
Oh.
I mean, imagine that as a legacy. Isn't that amazing?
And Stall has popped in the link for Sean's crafting. So
oh, excellent.
go over and give him a follow.
Please go and have a look. Right. Where's the tuner? Where's the tuner?
Cortisone and adrenaline and all that stuff.
The radio kind of works.
Tuner works. It has the aerial. Quite often with these, aerials are snapped off. So that's a good sign. Let's get it onto CD. I need to grab CD. Oh. Tell you what, we can play. Another jumble sale pickup. Right.
Bear with.
Talk amongst yourselves. The division bell. I remember this. When was this? Early 90s, was it? Oh, this is the 2011 remaster. When was the original out? Oh, 87. There you go. I think it was 87. Right. What do you reckon? Is it going to play? I reckon it will.
Yeah, you can't play very much of it. As
I was going to
Peter's just said, copyright incoming.
Oh,
so.
I know. I can't see. Where's the play button? There it is. Is it doing anything? What's it doing?
Don't know. No.
Is it spinning up? Oh, have we got a problem? Oh, I jinxed it by saying I reckon it will work. That's tape. That's CD.
Well, it's loading up. Oh, hang on. Yeah, there's a play button coming on now.
Oh, the volume's down there. Has it got a long intro? Is this?
Oh, yeah.
It's got a long intro.
It does.
Let me skip the track.
Might be really loud.
Whoa.
Yeah. There we go.
Good old Pink Floyd bass line comes in. Okay, so it's working. We haven't tested the cassette yet, obviously. And to be honest, if anything's going to go on something like this, it'll be the tape because the belts go. But I reckon that'll be good. The lady promised me it was all working. That used to be used in the church. But they've got a new system, so they sold it on. Anyway, I'm happy with that.
Airplane One is asking, how do we find the jumble sales? These two, we have a little magazine actually. It's the Village People one, YMCA.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Local things like this are super helpful. Facebook is good.
So yeah, they generally in the Village People have a little list of what's going on. There was also posters for these outside the last jumble sale that we went to. So just keeping your eyes out, really.
Whenever you're in a town or a village, go to the notice board and take pictures of the events that are up and coming. We found another couple when we were out charity shopping. Well, we actually went to pick up some fluorescent lights for the shed. I'm going to put more lights up. Found some on eBay. Managed to get 3 almost brand new fluorescent strip lights for £15. Well, I bought 2 and then I got there and he gave me another one. I was like, yes, please. Anyway, we were there and we found a notice board and snapped a picture of another event, didn't we? A tabletop sale.
Yeah. Actually, there was two.
Two.
Yeah.
And then also going back to the app, we want to use the app to be able to share jumble sales. That may not be from day one. It's just going to be yard sale events, but we're going to add to that jumble sales because,
jumble sales, tabletop sales, that sort of thing.
Okay, so that was my first pickup. What did you get from the church one?
I was just going to read out Jake's comment, which says you can buy a modern cassette and CD player from Argos at $29.99.
You can, but have a look on eBay. People like to buy the vintage stuff. Sharp
Yeah.
QT CD 111.
There's a lot of nostalgia in having an older model.
And not with everything, but quite often the older stuff is better made, better quality. And people like to pick up the one they had back in the day. There's many reasons. But yeah, take a look at that number if you want to check. They sell for a top end of 40.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'll show you the first thing because I've got it right in front of me. And it is a West German bay ceramic vase. Let's see there.
Roger Waters is contacting his solicitors as we speak.
So yeah, got a very nice stoneware West German vase. Can't remember how much there was, £1, I think. You can also get water for free from a tap. says Stephen.
All the advice. We've got all the advice here. The old ones don't break easily. There you go. And Sharp is a pretty good brand. So people do like to pick them up. Yeah, Sean's saying it's better made. I don't buy new stuff. Okay. Ooh, West German pottery. Did you say it was West German? It is. You've done your research on that? Because we weren't sure, were we?
Well, I thought it probably was from the markings on the bottom. But yes, I have done my research and
have you researched the markings on
actually
my
I said
bottom?
it's stoneware. I'm not sure if it is. It might be everywhere.
Have you ever researched the markings on my bottom?
Many times.
What came up?
It said that you were unique.
Steady. Right, so yeah, you bought
one of a kind.
One of a kind.
Yes.
Hardly used.
Yes.
So let's quickly share some media because people love it so much. So at the church jumble, I picked up a few CDs. This is quite nice. As I said before, it's the 2011 remaster in a little card. It's worth about £5, I think. Led Zeppelin triple CD pack.
Willard says crinkly bottom.
My bottom isn't crinkly, I'll have you know. I was amazed. Music Magpie and the like are selling this for about £3.50. Might just keep that one. A few Bob Dylan bits. I don't tend to find much Dylan, so I snapped it up. I think this one's about £5 used. I might pair these up. That's a fairly recent one.
So I think CDs are going to be like cassette and vinyl eventually, aren't they? They're out of favour now, but
they'll have a comeback
eventually.
for sure.
They'll have a comeback in a nostalgic way.
Look how young Bob is there. Bob, who's Bob?
Bob.
Look at that. So
Bob
they were
Bob
nice.
Dylan.
And then this Oasis Best Of is worth grabbing if you can find it for 1020p because it sells. I have no trouble selling this double Best Of. I think I usually get about £5. Love the picture on the front. Pretty sure that is Nebworth. And if that's the Sunday, I was about there, somewhere just there behind the inner circle bit at the front. And Nebworth House is just up there. We used to take Jeff walking in here, and we used to wander around this field where the gigs were and imagine the stage and all of that. But yeah, so that was nice to grab a few CDs.
Yes, Peter. Nick had his GoPro with him, and you.
I tried. It's not easy because I don't feel comfortable like strapping it to myself like some other people do. So I hold it in my hand. So it's very hard to film and rummage. But I got some footage. What else have we got? Now this was from elsewhere. This was a place we go to where media is 10p. Got a nice WCW triple disc pack, I think it is. Steve would like this. Steve likes his wrestling.
Store's comment there that says, "Oh, has Sharon got a birthday coming up? She'd love the Oasis CD."
I'll save it for Sharon. Oh, Buble Christmas. I sell them easily at Christmas. Taylor Swift reputation is surprising. The amount this sold, it still goes for like about £5, but she is huge again at the moment. Moana soundtrack's about £5. Pitch Perfect 3 is about £5. I may do it with 2 10 in a pair. There's a market for that. The DVDs I grabbed, good job they were cheap because they're not great. I'm going to pair up Rogue One and Force Awakens. There's a sealed step up, sealed triple pack, but even sealed new, they're hardly worth bothering with. And then I bought some later series of Grey's Anatomy. I think we've got 7, 8, 9, 10 or something. No.
Oh.
9, 8, 7, 5.
I was going to read a comment out from All Sorts. It says, we wondered if that might have been you, Andrea, when we were coming out of the Bowls Club jumble sale. It wasn't until afterwards that we saw your posts and guessed it must have been you. You held the door open for me and my missus, who was carrying our little girl. I do remember that. With a bright coloured, multicoloured cardigan on. Surprised we didn't spot Nick there too. Would have been hard to miss him in that room.
Was that right at the end then? Because I was back at the car.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Did I follow you back in or something? I don't know. Yeah, I think so, because I was locking the car up and I followed you back in. We went to unload and then came back in again. Ah, well, hello.
Hello. So that was this wasn't jumble sale. This is a little place we go.
Oh, they're from Attleborough.
10p media. Oh, it's heavy. Right. What is this? Well, I know what it is. Would you like to talk about this?
What is this?
It's a spatula.
It's a frisbee. It is a cake plate. It is Old Foley by James Kent. And it is, vintage cake plate with a cake slice.
Was that in the church jumble?
Yeah, that was the church jumble.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I paid £1 for the set.
This is quite nice. So it's ceramic.
Yeah.
Matching, obviously.
Yeah.
Cake plate and cake spatula. What do you call that?
Cake slice.
Slice. That's it.
Yeah.
I've got all the knowledge. Got all of the knowledge.
All of the knowledge.
Have you looked that up? You got any idea on
I
value?
haven't looked that up yet.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
This was. Excuse me.
I'll find a couple of things in the bag.
This was a charity shop, wasn't it? I grabbed this. I used to sell these on Amazon. When I was still doing Amazon, I would send Diagon Alley in, and at Christmas, I'd get some pretty good prices. It's in immaculate condition. So I grabbed it for £2.50. It's 100% complete with all of its little wizard hats and all of the coins, etc. But they're not great on eBay, I'll be honest. Even in this like new condition, probably only 15. But I do still like to pick up board games, and in that condition, yeah, really, really nice. And it's 100% complete. I do still have spares for those, so I could have made it up if it was missing some. Now, Stall, are you still in? I know I've seen in some of your Instagram posts, I'm sure you picked up similar backgammon sets. I haven't had one for quite a while. This is quite nice. Nice little sort of faux leather coated shakers. I checked it there to check all the counters were in, and it looks complete. Nice little lined case. It closes up like a briefcase. This has come apart. I need a dab of glue to stick that back on, but that was nice for £1. Right, what have you gathered?
Right, I have gathered. I bought some. Sorry, I've been upside down. I've bought some tea and coffee canisters. Hold one.
Would you like me to model these?
I will hold the other. So yeah, Hornsey tea and coffee canisters.
So this is quite modern there. Well, the stamp looks quite modern. Or is it more 80s or something?
Not sure on the age of it, but yeah, cornrows pattern. I mean, it looks like it's like 70s, 80s, so it probably is 80s. I don't know. Haven't looked it up yet. Somebody in the chat, I'm sure, will know, and they will tell us. And then we've got
Still was saying on the
6 cups and
just
saucers.
quickly, this I think Stall is referring to 1980s executive case. Very nice, easy, 20 quid. Okay, lovely. It was always coming home with me if it was complete. Harry Potter, yeah. Most things Harry Potter will sell. There's still a huge market. Oh, sorry, going the wrong way. Why can I not scroll?
Does the cake plate and slice come with cake? Unfortunately not.
If
But
I
sure
buy
you
it,
could get one very cheaply.
if you wanted to buy it, we could chuck a cake in.
We could go to the shop. I'm not baking. I've got 6 of the cups and saucers. And a sugar bowl. And that was £5 for all of that.
Okay. Have you any experience in values on these?
I do not. I have not looked up values on them yet.
So it was a punt, but because it's Hornsey, I guess you figured there'd be a market.
Yeah.
Okay. I do like these jars. Not so keen on these. They're really they're quite dumpy, aren't they? They're really small.
Yeah, we were saying this as we were putting it in the car, though, that in vintage cups and saucers tend to be small because people had smaller things in smaller quantities back then. We like big these days, and we overconsume.
Okay.
Me included.
Quickly,
with my small mugs.
Richard said, do you still do Amazon? We currently do not do Amazon. We did Amazon for many, many years and then stormed out in a huff. Yeah.
I think Stall's just said £15 maybe on the canisters each.
Oh,
so that's quite good.
Nadine was saying no sugar caddy, question mark. What did you have then? Coffee and tea?
There was a sugar bowl.
Ah,
yeah.
Right. Yeah, we've got tea and coffee.
There's no jug though for milk.
On the lookout for a set of 3. I see. I think it's 70s. Remember Mum having some.
I see what you mean. No, there isn't a sugar one. It was just tea and coffee.
Could tell they were Hornsey straight away. All of their tea coffee jars have the same kind of shape and style. Yeah.
Yeah. I did actually pick up from the other jumble. I don't know where they went. We've got 2 of the saffron ones as well.
Oh, did we? Oh, they'll be in here. They'll be down there. Right. Hello, C. Blaney. Did I see an Orla Kylie bag kicking around in your shed videos?
Yeah, I believe there are a couple, but I think that one of them might be in really bad condition. I was thinking of redonating it, to be honest. I bought it for myself, but now I'm thinking I'm not going to use it. But I don't think it's in very good condition.
So we do have a couple.
There is one that is in good condition. So message me on Insta and I'll send you some pictures of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They remind me of visiting my great uncle as a kid. He had something similar. Yeah. Late 70s, 80s. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yes.
That's what I was thinking from the design.
£15 a canister. That's more than I would have thought.
That is actually more than I was thinking, to be honest.
Excellent. I bet Nick loves all these ceramics, Andrea. I don't mind.
What are your opinions?
I enjoy it. It can be a lot of work to package up. You know, for example, if we sold these set of 6 cups, that would be a big job to ship. But I don't mind it. I enjoy buying it. And I'm learning a lot as we go as well. We do have too much right now, is the reality.
Well, it's because we keep going to these jumble sales and stuff.
We started buying it quicker than we're listing it, for sure.
Definitely.
Okay.
I suppose it's a bit like people keep asking me about your media, and I love media as well. Like I keep saying, we met in a record shop. We both love our music, so, and that's what we both started doing in the beginning.
I'm going to go and have a cough.
Okay. That's how we started out in reselling, was selling media. So we used to go around boot sales every Sunday and look for CDs and list that. So that's how we started out reselling, and it's probably the thing that we know the most because
Ooh.
we worked in music shops for so long. Are you all right now?
Yeah, just needed a coffee.
Don't trip over the
It's all this dusty tat.
don't trip over the wire. Oh no, you've unplugged it, that's good. And then I got this, it's JAJ. I do have a matching, well, the same design gravy boat, but without the plate in that. But yeah, this was maybe 50p, I think. Yeah. So yeah, nice serving plate there. And this one's interesting. It's
a chimney pot, is what that is.
It's got a stamp on the bottom, and yeah, it's quite an interesting design. But yeah, I really like it actually. It's very.
So that's it's a vase, right?
How would you describe it? Very brutalist, maybe.
I'd describe it as a chimney pot.
It's quite a chunky thing.
Is that a G? That looks like a G.
It does look like a G, doesn't it?
Or C?
Yeah.
Maybe a G.
Yeah, I need to do a bit of research on that.
Quickly,
sorry.
Nick, do you ever rummage for books at Old Village Red phone book exchanges? I haven't done. We have found a couple of well, we were in Suffolk once and there was a little stall outside a church, a little rummage stall. We picked up some bits there. I have seen a couple of those phone box book things. We haven't stopped and rummaged yet. We'll have to have a look. We could donate because we do end up with excess books sometimes, don't we? We could donate to them and do a swap thing.
We could do. Well, we've been doing that with the bookshop in the village as well, haven't we?
Oh, we have, yeah.
Yeah. Saffron ones are having a bit of a moment, aren't they? Because they were really common for a while. Yeah. So that's
These,
good.
right?
That's good to know.
Are these saffron?
Yeah. I think so.
Are these?
Tell me if I'm wrong, but I think they're the saffron ones.
Is that saffron? I thought that was the more sort of orangey reddy one. No. What's that?
I might be wrong.
All the facts.
All the facts. Yeah. Well, this is it. We don't know everything, so we learn as we go.
Oh, this is a big one.
Hello, Neil.
Look at that. That's a stunner.
What's James saying? I sold a £45 Lilliput Lane cottage last week, double boxed it with loads of padding, and it arrived with a tiny chimney damaged. Accepted the return, and it came back with no padding in an empty box. Oh my gosh. I had a similar thing to that. I can't remember what it was that I sold, but they wanted to return it because I think they just didn't like it or something. And it came back broken, didn't it? And then they were like, oh, well, I put it in the same box that you sent it in. And I was like, yeah, but you didn't package it very well. So we did the whole 50% refund thing because obviously we couldn't sell it anymore.
Too much? Is that possible? Yes, it actually is. Not in Stephen's world, though. Yeah, we do need to get a shift on with our listing.
Yeah. At this rate, you've emptied the old office and we're going to be filling it up again. That looks very precarious.
Does it?
That worries me.
Okay. Yeah. Well, the new hall, it shouldn't take me that long to get all of that listed and sorted, and then we're going to start ploughing through our used backlog, which includes lots and lots and lots of ceramics.
Yes.
Right. So
Indeed, it does.
Did we
I
find
started
out?
drafting some stuff last week.
Did we find out in the chat? Was this saffron?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't got that far.
Can we read?
Jen still wants to read a T-shirt.
All right, remove that comment a minute and let me see it. Common sense is so rare these days, it should be classed as a superpower. If you have much dealings with people on eBay, you'll know what we're talking about. Yeah, I was bought this probably 10 years ago, and it's still one of my favorites.
You're right. I don't know. What are you right about?
I don't know. Everything.
that it looks like a chimney, maybe.
Oh,
Selena, hello. The saffron Hornsey is just up the road from me. The mugs they made in the 70s sell for good money too.
that's bronzy pattern.
Oh, is it? Okie dokie.
What, this?
I might, yeah. To be honest, I haven't had a proper good look at it because I think you picked it up and went, "Is this Hornsey?" I went, "Yeah, grab it." So it's like
It was a bit
it was
manic.
one of those.
I might have even been filming at that point. I can't remember. That was the second jumble, and there was a long queue. It's strange how they do it there. You queue up, and then they let you into the outside stuff. So you queue up in your queue order, and then you all go around the back of this bowls club place, rummage the outside stuff. So I had a quick look and realised most of it was not great. Quickly went back and got in the front of the queue for the main deal, the inside stuff. So we were actually first through the doors, weren't we?
Yeah.
But it filled up in a flash, and then it was elbows out.
And it was freezing, wasn't it? So when they came and said, "You can come and queue inside if you like," it was like, oh, thank goodness. It was so cold.
Hey, Cliff, I sold a Monsters Inc. Oh, yes, I saw the picture, didn't I? And it arrived smashed, even though it was complete, packed with bubble. Nick saw the pics. Yes.
No.
So disappointing when that happens, isn't it? And I sometimes get the feeling, did they smash theirs and order up one and then take a picture of their smashed one?
Yeah, I do.
Because I'm
wonder
sure
that sometimes
Cliff
myself.
would have. Cliff's an expert; he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He would have packed that well.
Yeah, I do
Makes
wonder
you think.
Neil says, when you do the 50% refund thing, are you seller protected against negative feedback? I think he might be, because we've never had any negative feedback.
I thought that was the case, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I think so.
So James says, I expressed to them to ensure it was well packaged, etc. Really annoying. On the plus side, eBay's given me the money and I've relisted it, albeit half its original list price due to the repairs.
Well, at least you were covered. I mean, that's a positive.
Here we are. C. Blaney says it's not saffron. Saffron has a wee flower on it. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Which looks a bit like what? Yes.
So
yes,
we decided
right.
This is something else.
I've got that in my head now.
And it is. It doesn't have the green bits, does it? It's more orange and reds, kind of.
Yeah. Kevin says, did you ever sell any Royal, or do you ever sell any Royal Albert? I just sold this week. We've got some Royal Albert, haven't we? We haven't sold it yet, though, hasn't it?
Almost certainly, the amount of ceramics we've got.
No, we got some from the big, that big vintage haul that we had.
Teacups.
Yeah.
Yeah. That T-shirt is so true, says Jake. And Elaine says you could use that T-shirt as a word of wisdom. Well, yes, indeed.
Yeah. Yeah, we've established that I
See, always right, me.
Still need to learn more about Hornsey patterns. Bronte, need to remember that.
Shall I show more stuff?
Hi, Crispy. He says, went to a church tabletop sale yesterday morning, first in the queue, got let in early, and still nobody else turned up before we left. Oh my goodness, I kind of advertised it very well. But good for you to get first pickings.
The jumble sales around here are well attended. We're already starting to see regular faces, you know, the regular. Some are just thrifters who enjoy it. We got chatting to a family at the weekend who were just there for the fun of it and for their own stuff. But there are a lot of dealers around, as there are everywhere.
Yeah,
we don't have a problem for that. But I don't think
I shouldn't think we do, because we're one of them.
Yeah, but never have we been to something like that and been the only person there. Never, never. Right. Oh, check this out for 80s. You ready? Ooh, hello.
That face, though. she looks like an actress that I recognise from somewhere.
Looks a bit like Sybil Shepherd.
Oh, she definitely had hair like that.
Sybil Shepherd, a young Sybil Shepherd in Moonlighting. A little bit.
Neil says, how does the space in your new tack cave compare to the one in your last house, size and usability wise?
The shed is bigger. When you add in the second room, it's got 2 bits and a toilet. And it's got a lot more up above space. So yeah, a lot more space out there. So anyway, this is a set of Carmen heated rollers. The last set of these I had was in a different box, and I think I got £30 for it really quick, and I thought I would have had to wait because I pitched it super high, or the top end of what they go for. But yeah, this was, well, it's still got the label on, £2 from the church jumble. So not done my research to see if they are still fetching that sort of money, but I quickly looked inside. It looked, I'm not sure if it's ever been used. I won't get it all out, but it looks, maybe it was used a couple of times. The little clip things are still look like they're sealed in packets and stuff. So yeah, happy with that. £2 all day long.
Hello in Poland. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, watching from Poland. I'm a reseller here. Love your videos. Well, thank you.
Kevin said the Royal Albert was sold to someone in Saudi Arabia. Blimey. Red Scouse says you have the same item listed at £12.99 and one at £6.99. I think it's because you've got one at auction, haven't you?
Some of the items from the haul, I've been running some separate auctions just to keep it turning over, and the cheaper ones have postage added. The buy it nows are postage included, so the price is there or thereabouts. The auction ones I'm starting at a price when you add the postage on, which is about the price I'm sending offers out at. It's just a way to get traction on more listings, really, and get more stuff turned over. We've got some stuff ending tonight, I think, and we've sold 2 items on auction yesterday, which are the same items that we've got on Buy It Now. They show up really well in search when they come to the end of auction, so it's just another way of getting eyes on your products, really. But yes, you can get some of our Buy It Nows cheaper if you spot one of our auctions, a little bit cheaper. Right, what are you finding?
Got a Staffordshire teacup and saucer.
Toast. Tea and toast. Crumpets.
And you spotted this, didn't you? It's really rather nice.
Oh, yeah. So this is what then? Staffordshire tableware. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then we've got this gorgeous swan bowl, which looks like it's hand-blown glass.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be handmade, isn't it?
Gorgeous.
Must be.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it looks like. It's not molded, is it? Yeah, it's all on the wonk and very handmade and lovely.
Yeah.
What would you use that for? Like a fruit bowl? It could be.
Well, it'd be small fruit.
I think it's just decorative.
Decorative, or I don't know.
I think we paid, was it £2 on this? I think.
Potpourri? Maybe, I don't know.
Was it two? It was either £1 or £2.
Yeah, it was £2.
£2. Yeah, quite. I'm not sure you're getting a sense of scale. It's about a foot tall.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Sort of green glass.
Yeah, you can imagine them when they were making it, pulling that out and twisting, and then pinch it. See where they've pinched that to make the beak that way.
Yeah, yeah.
I've not been to a foundry and seen people making glass stuff. I've seen it on YouTube videos and on TV. I find it fascinating when they're using the tools and manipulating stuff, molten glass.
Yeah. Yeah, Michelle says candy bowl, could be.
Candy bowl, yeah, that would make sense. Cool thing.
Sharon says, good luck packing that.
I'll be fine. It will be boxed and then double boxed and floated inside the second box.
Nadine says, are you well into profit now on your last liquidation buy?
Yes. Quick answer. Yes.
Oh, and I got some curtains as well, but that's for us. We've got short windows, small windows in this cottage, And I picked these up and they were quite short. So I thought, oh, they might actually do. They're doing one room, which is one of our bedrooms. So yeah, that's pretty good, but not for the window that I thought they might be intended for. They were, funnily enough, too short for that window.
Well, there you go.
But yeah, they do fit in the room that Ellen was in, but now she's decided she wants to sleep in a different room.
A few grapes and a sultana in the Swan fruit bowl. It's not a very big fruit bowl. Yeah, you're right, to be fair. Will the Swan be difficult to ship? Not really. That wouldn't bother me. I'd be happier packing this than I would the set of cups. It's a lot more work. I wouldn't be too worried about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eggs. Would you put eggs in that? Traditionally, eggs go in a chicken. What? You know those ceramic chickens? We've had them a few times, haven't we? Yeah. Tony, hello, Tony. Do the old timer eBayers, I think we qualify. Remember that eBay used to be basically all auctions and paid by mail. Yeah, we started in the late 90s. I started on eBay in 98, I think it was.
Yeah, we used to get checks in the post, postal orders.
Cash.
Yeah, cash.
And even by the time we went full time in 2002, we were still getting a lot. Like every morning, the postman would deliver a bunch of mail. Some of them would jingle with coins in. Yeah, once a week we'd go to the bank and pay in all our checks.
Yeah, waiting for the check to clear before we posting the item. That's when people were more patient. These days, they think because society has taught people this these days that you have something within a couple of days. So,
yeah.
And if it doesn't come within a couple of days, they open a request. Where's my item?
And wasn't it Bill Point, the first online payment system we were using? I think one of them was called Bill Point anyway, and then PayPal came along.
I don't know. Are we blurry? Please let us know if we're blurry.
We can't do much about it. It might be at your end. Try refreshing the feed. That sometimes helps. Checks and cash, James. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you're thinking of going to Stand calling to see years and years, then they are making noises about day tickets selling out very soon. I don't know if we can really afford that, to be honest. Ellen really wanted to go, but I just don't think we can afford it.
We've spent a lot on gigs recently.
We've spent a lot on stock.
And a lot on stock. Yeah. Don't know. We'll see. Stockport Rocker, hello again. I have a few good sales from wallpaper, finding odd rolls here and there, like Laura Ashley. Yes, we've sold Laura Ashley many times ourselves.
Oh, Saul says,
Potpourri.
Just read that Etsy are introducing a make an offer option. I actually like that. I like the eBay make an offer option. Although, having said that, I do think that it does drive the price down.
Well,
in terms of people then start expecting to have offers made and expecting to get it cheaper. And what was saying to you the other day, that what I'm seeing now is I'm seeing more and more and more people, you sending people an offer and they're counter offering much lower than the already cheap offer you've sent them. Sometimes if it's an old item and it's been around a while, I'm happy to accept it, but it's beginning to get on my nerves a little bit.
But overall, though, I think it's a good thing because it keeps the stock turning over. It starts that conversation between you and a buyer, and you can always say no when an offer comes in.
But it's all becoming very barterish.
Yeah,
it's my word of the day. We're barterish.
I still think it's a good thing, generally. Let me read this one quickly. Watching from Cyprus. We love Cyprus. We've holidayed there, and one of my favourite holidays of all time we had in Cyprus.
We loved it. We were going to go back in 2020.
We had a holiday booked for Cyprus. It's an amazing place right on the coast. Oh, it was so good, near Paphos. And lockdown happened and we had our money refunded. We were all set up, ready to go, weren't we? Oh, annoying. Anyway, so
Yeah,
what did you
one
say?
day, one day.
Watching from Cyprus, thinking of doing my first car boot sale over here, but I'm clueless as to what to charge for items. I'm afraid I will either charge too much or too little. Any advice? It's a tricky one, because do you want to get rid of stuff, or, you know, I guess put on the price that you'd be happy with, and then let people haggle and see where you go from there. Yeah, you've got to be somewhere between not selling anything because you've overpriced, which defeats the object, and selling it all way too cheap. When we go to car boot sales, generally we are just wanting shot of it, so we just let it go, and have a clear out. And if that's the mindset you're in, just go with it. Let people make offers. Often at car boot sales, I'll say, how much do you want to pay for it? And someone will say, I'll give you a couple of quid. And I'll go, yep, and just get it gone. Because that's the mindset we're in often at a car boot, not with everything.
Usually we do car boots to clear out.
Yeah, so, exactly. Yeah. But best of luck with it. Hope it works out for you. Sandy, hi Nick and Andrea, love your videos. Thank you. Very informative. We bought a pallet of sandals and slippers, fluffy slippers. It's not easy to say.
It isn't, no.
About 100, not selling at all. Annoying. Any idea how to get rid of them?
I wonder if it's time of year.
Slippers are a winter thing, but then we've just come out of winter. Don't know. No. Don't know. Have a look at your competition. Is it a price thing? Could you do a lot of 2 to make it more appealing? I don't know. I really don't know with that one. Worst case scenario, do it as a job lot and sell it on, and then it's somebody else's to deal with. Yeah. Don't know, Sandy. Hope it works out. Okay, should we share some more stuff?
Yeah. What's Neil saying? I got excited when no checks became a thing back in the day.
No checks. I remember that name. 1996 here. Wild West. Fun times. It was fun times. Are we still on the Swan?
Could be. Candle. Yeah, you could put a nice sort of chunky candle in there.
Maybe. Yeah, it would work. Right, are we going to share some more stuff? Have you got some more bits to share?
Maybe in your bag.
Wow, let me catch up in the chat. Hello, Bumcrack Picker. Hope you're doing well. Here's a video of Murano glass being made. Oh, that's cool. I sold a large stained glass window ornament and it arrived to the customer in one piece. I now consider myself an excellent packager. Excellent.
Good.
Hats off to you. Well done. It is satisfying when you get positive feedback on an epic packing item, isn't it? Okay. Now these came with...
I think the blurriness of the video is probably a laptop webcam. Well, we don't... Well... so
give it a clean.
Is that any better? I hope so.
Now, at the jumble, the first jumble...
What's Cliff saying? As for sending offers, I put the items up for top dollar and then send offers for prices I would have sold it for anyway. Yeah, I tend to do that with eBay these days. But yeah, now people are offering half the price, which is a little bit irritating.
I think someone said just put a bid on one of the gaming mats.
Oh.
Yes, thank you so much, Red Scouse. Appreciate it. So yeah, there was a Kenwood bowl and lid and plunger with a slicing blade in it and 2 extra like shredder blades. No Kenwood. And I was having a look at it, and then a lady who was helping to run the jumble sale, we couldn't tell who was running the jumble sale and who was customers at the church one. It was a bit random.
It was a bit.
But she suddenly reached over to me and said, "Oh, that was mine. I put that in. The machine broke, but I thought somebody might be able to use the accessories." And she let me have all of this for £1. And normally, I think the bowls, depending on the model, I'll get about £10 to £15 for. Similar on the lid. Sometimes I'll sell it as a whole complete unit for about 20 with a pusher. I'll probably do this all as one. but sometimes you can get good money on the blades. Again, depends on which model, the age of it, etc. And it did come with a little manual, so I know which one it all goes to, which is handy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that should be £1 into, I don't know, depends, 20, 30 quid, whatever.
Airplane One wants to know what percentage of items that you buy do you end up having to donate or take to a boot sale?
Not a lot, I don't think.
No, not a lot at all.
A tiny percentage.
10?
Not 10, nowhere near 10. I was thinking
10%.
1 or 2%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, generally we are pickers, as in we pick out the items we want. We don't very often buy job lots, and even when we are buying job lots, we kind of know what's in it, and we don't end up with rubbish that often. Sometimes you end up with it, but so generally it's only when we've made a mistake or an item has an issue. Sometimes we buy items and there's issues, so we're not comfortable selling it on eBay. We want to avoid those returns or those problems, so then we might pass it on at a boot sale if it's got a condition issue, because at a boot sale somebody can see it, hold it in their hand and go, okay, yeah, I see what it's all about, and we can explain the issue if it has it and it's gone. So sometimes it's stock that, or in the past when we did clothing, sometimes if we pass that sort of stuff on at a boot sale, because then the people can see it and they're happy with it and they take it away. But yeah, not much. This was quite nice. Lord of the Rings hardback, 1980s edition, I want to say. I'm sure I saw a date in it. It was 80s. Oh no, that says 66 there.
No, this edition published 1980.
Oh, I was right. Yeah, okay. 1980 hardback Lord of the Rings. Haven't looked into it, but it was 20p. The books at the second one were all 20p, and I missed the boat on a big stack of Norfolk and Suffolk history books. I picked up a few that were left, but somebody grabbed the whole pile. It was clearly somebody's collection that they'd donated. I should have been quicker. I had the chance to get in there on it, and I didn't. So fair play to them. They grabbed a lot. But I picked up the dregs. This one, Under the Parish Lantern, is about a £12 book. Nice hardback. This author here, Fred Archer, seems to have a bit of a following. So I grabbed all of these paperbacks by Fred Archer. I don't know if these are novels. I think they're kind of historical based novels. Yeah, and a bundle of these, 15, 20 pounds I should get comfortably. And they were 20p each. So that was quite nice. I think that was all the books I got. So not really much. I got that little bit of media and those books.
Diddling.
Is that eBay messages? Oh, that might be bids going on. Somebody was bidding before. Oh, there are some more books. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Like I said, I missed out on literally a stack this big. There was, I think it was a lady that got the vast majority of this person's collection. But these were some of the odds and sods that she missed that I kind of hoovered up afterwards. A really nice hardback old Suffolk book. Another one there, hardback Suffolk Hours. Oh, it's got a nice dust cover on it. So I'm thinking these are like 60s or something. Let's have a look, see if it's dated. 79, okay. Almost 80s then. And The Folklore of East Anglia. Look at that.
It's quite faded on the spine, unfortunately.
It is, yeah. So there we go. I think now that's the end of the books. Where am I going to put these? And there. Right.
So yeah, you know that, well, most of you all know I love picking up pretty ugly pottery mugs, and I found this little bud vase. It's just super cute. So yeah, made in Wales. So I was quite happy to find it. I've never found anything that isn't a mug before. Oh no, I did. I had one salt shaker.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if Ian's watching kind of on delay.
Yeah.
Yes,
you might be,
we did
yeah.
work out. Thank you. Hornsey Bronte. Yeah, we've got to try and remember that now. Kenwood multi-chef. They're such a strong seller. Can be really good. Yeah. Oh, still suggestions on the Swan. Marbles. Okay. Yep. 1 or 2% of stuff I buy ends up dying in a pile. Yes.
Yeah.
Silly autocorrect keeps changing my spelling.
The store says your spelling is fine.
Your spelling is absolutely fine. I was the buyer where an item was sent next day delivery. Kept looking at tracking it saying out on delivery. 6 days later, went to the office. They said, good you came in. The postie bag had been nicked. Oh dear, that's not good.
I bet that happens more often than we realise.
Hello, Helen. I picked up some Rendale tea, coffee and sugar canisters recently. I'm now terrified of selling them and having to package them. May end up being yet another item I keep for myself.
Yeah. Is that everything then that we got?
No.
Oh.
There's more.
There's more. Yahtzee.
Travel Yahtzee. I've sold this so many times. I think this was the first thing I grabbed at the second jumble sale. I haven't opened it. No way. It's a Yahtzee without any dice.
Oh, perhaps I should have opened.
Perhaps I should. I have a bag full of dice. I have hundreds of dice.
Do you have matching dice?
I should be able to find 6 matching that will fit in here. But at a jumble sale, you don't have time to stop and check things. You grab and you pay, right? So that's quite amusing. There should be 5 dice, isn't it? Not 6. And this turns into, not if you hit it that hard, it turns into a, oh, is that broken? It turns into a cup. It's meant to form into, there we go.
This might be a fail.
No, there we go.
Okay.
That turns into your shaker. And then you can, sat in the back of the car or whatever, you can play it.
Yahtzee with air dice.
Oh, look, I've got 6 6s again. Oh, I'm 5 5. Whatever. No, there's only 5 dice. Oh, look, I've got 5 6s. Yeah, so hopefully I will find 6 identical dice to pop in there. The score pad, look, clips inside the lid. Anyway, there was that. And a Jumanji.
We've never had a Jumanji before. So if we play this, do we get sucked into it?
Yeah. I don't actually think this has much value, but it was like 50p or something. So I was like, sure, give it a go. See if the board's ripped. Imagine if it was. Oh, it's got a hole in it. Oh
no.
Well, there's a bit of a tear on the back. Shame. Yeah, I don't hold out much hope that this has a lot of value, but it seemed like it was worth picking up for 50p.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's a rhino.
Are they meant to be more?
I don't know. I don't think I've had it. Have I had this?
I don't remember ever seeing it before.
The fact that I'm surprised there's a rhino in it is telling me I've not had this before. Yeah, so there was that. There really wasn't much in the way of toys and games at either. Usually I do quite well at jumbles with board games and toys and that sort of thing. We went to a jumble sale once and I bought a stack of board games. I think it was over Dunstable Way.
Yeah.
And I went into the toys and games bits and just made a pile of all really nice vintage board games. Just haven't found many recently.
Yeah. Right. Is that everything?
No.
Oh.
Is your bag empty then?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. How do you pronounce this again? Tintagel sounds right. Tintagel pottery mug. Tintagel pottery Cornwall. Yeah.
That's quite
really cool.
That's quite a handsome thing. I'll admit I like that one.
Because we were stood there looking through the door while we were waiting to go in, weren't we? And I could see them talking about this, and they were holding it up and looking at it. I was like, oh, I'm making a beeline for that. That's nice. So yeah. Thought there was a chip then, but it's not, just a bit of fluff.
Hi, a silver hair stacker. Hello, good to see you. I'm told Bumcrack smells like a rhino.
Really? Okay.
No.
Too much information.
No. Yeah, so Jumanji may be a fail. Perhaps I shouldn't have bothered. But having as many young kids in our family as we do, I will find a home for that if I can't sell it.
It's meant to have a round cup in the middle of the board.
Oh.
They're worth around 80. Oh no, they were worth around 80 until they remade the film and remanufactured the game.
Oh, I see. So this is almost certainly the reissue then.
Yeah, and I think it's missing lots of bits.
It's got a flappy box. You think it's missing bits? Why do you think it's missing? No, there's the round tray.
Oh, right.
But that is cheap and nasty. That's plastic.
It is, isn't it?
Well, even if this is just kept in our cupboard.
Contents. Let's see. Game board, 4 pawns, a rhino figure.
Game board, yeah. 4 pawns, yeah.
1 sand timer.
Sand timer.
Dice.
Yeah.
Well, numbered dice.
Yeah.
4 rescue dice.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
30 danger cards. I won't ask you
not
to
counting them.
count them. 1 card decoder.
No idea. Where would that be?
Not a clue. One label sheet.
Oh, there's backgammon rules there. They need to go. Yeah, the label sheet has already been stuck on the dice. Some have come adrift there.
And an instruction sheet.
You've got that in your hand.
Where's my glasses?
So just some decoder thing. Why are we bothering? This doesn't have much value. It probably isn't worth reselling.
No, but it's looking better than it was.
I think we'll keep it for the kids. So when the kids come stay, my sister's kids.
We need to have a clear out of games.
We have one kid who is now 21 years old.
We've got so many games we can barely fit them in our IKEA Kallax.
Are we done? I think that's about it. We do have a whole load more stuff because we went charity shopping. But you're going to share that on your channel.
Yeah, I'm going to do a charity shop haul, I think.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
I'm still laughing at my Yahtzee fail. That's hilarious. I have had a Yahtzee with, missing the odd dice, but never a Yahtzee with 0 dice. That is pretty epic.
That's quite funny.
Oh, and it was April Fool's and I missed it. I normally put out a daft video.
You do.
But it completely passed me by. I could have done a video with my Yahtzee with no dice.
Webpig John has been asking, I think you asked twice now, do you barter in charity shops? I do, and 9 out of 10 times it works. I don't really agree with it. I think I've actually touched on this in my last video. So,
well, somebody said that you did barter.
I was saying I don't barter, and I don't agree with bartering. But this is what happened in terms of price. And then this person, got a bit shirty with me saying about me bartering. I said, well, I very clearly said I don't barter.
Well, roughly what happened was there was an item that wasn't priced, and she gave you a price.
She said it was out at 8, but you can have it at 6. And in my head, I was thinking, oh, I'm going to pay 5 on it at the most. So I immediately said, because I didn't really give myself time to think, oh, it's okay. I was thinking I'd pay £5 for it. And then she immediately said, that's okay. Yeah, £5 is great. But yeah, if it's £1 more, if I'd have really given myself a moment, I'd have thought, yeah, £6 fine, whatever. But it came out and I just said it. And then I got told off for bartering in a charity shop, which I very clearly said I didn't do.
There's one time I have done that in a charity shop, and that was on a huge collection of books, and they were priced.
Thank you, BCP.
were
That's
priced-
my YouTube channel.
Thank you.
It's also linked below, I think.
They were priced individually, and it didn't make sense. So I just had a conversation with them. I said, I don't mind if not. It totally doesn't worry me. But do you want to shift all of them in one go? That was how I approached it. And they said, we would love to. They've been there forever. And they named their price on this whole collection of kids' books it was. And they were thrilled to get rid of them. So I just put the question to them at that point, because it didn't make sense to me to pay, I think it was 50p a book, but 20 quid for the whole collection or whatever it was, I was happy with, and they were thrilled to move them. The woman couldn't take the money quick enough.
Yeah.
So that was the only time I've ever done that in a charity shop. Last thing.
Just going to say quickly, Porky's is saying that there's a car boot at Wymondham Football Club on Easter Sunday. I think we're going to go see family on Easter Sunday, so I don't think we're going to be around.
Oh, that's a
We
shame.
haven't spoken to your mum yet. But
We could have met
we're
up.
hoping.
We've talked about meeting up, haven't we?
Yeah.
That would have been perfect, but I think we'll be down at my parents' possibly.
Yeah.
Quickly, we'll end on this. I've sold this very item a couple of times. This is a Lumix charger, so a battery for a Panasonic Lumix camera. This was at the Jumble for, I think I paid 20p for that, and can't remember, it's been a while, but I think they're 10 to 12 pounds as a replacement. So that's, I think, all we're going to share, right?
I think that's all we've got to share.
Excellent.
From the Jumble.
Hope that was fun.
Yes. So pop your words of wisdom in below and we'll finish with that.
I'll give you one. Common sense is so rare these days, it should be classed as a superpower. That's my Superman impression.
And Nick's trying to make out like he's got common sense. Porky says, no worries, warmer weather soon. Take you around the Wymondham charity shops. Yes, that would be good. We went round with Ellen, didn't we? They were rather good.
We did actually go to Wymondham, and we didn't let you know. It was kind of a spur of the moment thing.
Well,
I apologise.
We had Ellen to stay. We went with Ellen.
But we will make it happen.
Okay. Words of wisdom.
You can read that one.
My friend worked at the zoo. His job was to circumcise elephants. The pay was bad. The tips were huge. Okay, wish I'd read that before I highlighted it. Phil says, your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Where did you copy and paste that one from, Phil? I like it a lot.
Don't count your chickens before the eggs hatch. Yes.
Absolutely, Lawrence.
And he says, life is an internal journey. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah, we never stop learning.
Yes.
About, well, internally, for sure, do we? We never stop growing and learning about ourselves.
If we run out of things to learn, that's the end, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sharon says, we rejoice when the nights grow shorter and the days longer, when the trees again put forth their leaves and the birds begin to sing, when warmth and life return and death and cold depart. I love that. That is nice.
We're starting to see the signs. Actually, out the front of our house, there's a lovely display of daffodils now, and they've come up and they're all blooming.
Yeah, the ones in the garden have gone over now.
Yeah.
In the back garden.
We had some really nice sun in the garden today.
We've got something else coming up, though. I'm interested to see what it's going to be.
And we bought a gate.
Here's a words of wisdom from Yoda. Do or do not. There is no
try. Love that. Yeah, we have a gate.
We have a gate.
It's been neglected for probably 2 decades, and it's rotten. So I had a go at it today, and it's beyond repair. It's just not. Yeah, it's past it. So we bought a gate on Facebook.
Well, we haven't paid for it yet, but we're going to collect it tomorrow night.
Yeah. and I'm going to fit a new gate.
Yeah.
Exciting.
We're trying to decide what colour we're going to paint
We're
it.
going to paint it to protect it from the elements.
We could just varnish it.
And
Wood.
no, I think it needs painting.
Okay.
Yeah. So that would be a fun project. Might make a video about it.
James wants to know where you get all your t-shirts.
I've just accumulated them over the years. For quite a while, people used to buy me t-shirts for Christmas and birthdays. Katie's bought me a few over the years, my youngest sister. Also, when we had our high street gaming shop, we used to sell t-shirts. We used to have them hung all the way around the high part of the wall, all the way around the shop. We used to have gaming shirts and pop culture shirts and shirts like this. So I would get them from our suppliers and keep them quite often. I used to have a big collection of Nintendo shirts, most of which are worn out now. I've still got a few of those.
Yeah, I've got a couple that Corinne have sent you.
Yeah, I do like my t-shirts.
Cliff's words of wisdom: always check for your Yahtzee for dices.
For dices, yes.
Steve says, go to church and hear the things that are important in life, like when the jumble sale is. Indeed.
It was our first ever inside a church jumble
Church.
sale. It was quite a thing. And hopefully, if the footage comes out, you'll see.
Other people's deodorant is more appreciated than your own. I'm sure other people appreciate your deodorant as well.
You can only do your best, so try harder.
I'm going to revise, I guess, my words of wisdom that I added.
Revive it from last week.
Oh, okay, from last week. Sorry, I didn't read on. Words of wisdom: don't short your electrics while watching Nick and Andrea on YouTube. Oh, missed the end. Oh my goodness.
Oh, what a shocker. See what I did there?
Boom, boom. A life spent making mistakes is not only more honourable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. Indeed.
That's a good one.
You learn from your mistakes as well. Sharing makes life a little easier, and talking helps to deepen, this keeps jumping, the social bonds with others.
I like it. Thanks, Pete.
eBay on the road. You create your own opportunities. Success doesn't just come and find you. You have to go out and get it. Indeed, you do.
Absolutely. Totally agree with that.
This is one that you've always liked. The harder you work, the luckier you get.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't beat a slogan t-shirt.
Indeed.
Jack saying that, do you know what? I've never found a Jellycat plush in my 4 years of looking in charity shops and boot sales. I can't believe it. I'm beginning to think they ain't real like Pokemon. It is odd, the things that you see other people finding all the time and you just can't manage to get one. There are a couple of things I can't think now, but when I see in other haul videos, I think I still never found whatever that is. We find loads of Jellycats. Where are you going?
eBay on the road also says, be happy with who you are. Being happy doesn't mean everything is perfect, but that you have decided to look beyond the imperfections. Indeed.
Wow.
You get back what you give. Absolutely. Jessica says, I'd rather make 1,000 mistakes than doing nothing at all.
Yeah.
What one do you want to choose today then?
Am I choosing, am I?
Yeah.
One that we had not that far. Yeah. Well, we'll stick with the making mistakes theme because I think it's a valuable thing to think about and own your mistakes and know that they're part of all of our lives. We make many, I might just add. Yeah, so Porky's has put in there. A life spent making mistakes is not only more honourable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. Yeah. The best way to learn is to do it and screw it up and then learn how to do it properly. That's kind of how I do everything. It's true though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your words of wisdom. It's always a pleasure to read them out. Next week is Easter, right?
It is. Are we going to do our second Sunday auction on Easter Sunday, or we don't know what time we're going to be home? I think because we might be going somewhere Easter Sunday.
We don't know. We don't know if we're going to be here.
Easter Monday, the bank holiday might be better.
Okay, we'll have to make a well, I need to ring my mum and find out what's going on.
We'll let you know throughout the week, and we'll probably do a preview during the week as well.
Unless we move the auction to the week after, when we've got a lot more time and headspace.
We could do, because people are going to be busy over Easter weekend.
We might make our second Sunday auction third Sunday.
We're not doing very well at this, are we?
Well, we haven't sorted out the lots. We're going to be crazy busy that weekend, seeing all the family we can get to. Everyone else will be super busy with fun Easter stuff, right? So let's delay it a week.
Okay, we'll do, yeah.
We may not be here next Sunday at all. If not,
second Sunday plus one.
the live next week may be on the Monday. We're going to do our auction a week after to give ourselves space and time to sort it out. There we go.
Yeah.
Decision made?
There we go. Yes, indeed.
Right.
So happy Easter, everyone. Hope you all have a lovely Easter weekend, whatever you're going to do with it.
Yeah. Oh, I like this, though. It is smarter to learn from others' mistakes. But when you make it yourself, it sinks in a lot more. Yeah.
It's true.
Yes, Steve. Thank you. Hit the like button. If you do enjoy this, please click the like button. Apparently, it helps in YouTube land. Thank you so much for being here. We will see you next week, either on the Sunday, maybe on the Monday, depending on whether we're here or somewhere else. Yes?
Yes.
Right. Are we done?
I think so.
I think so. All right. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
We'll see you
Have a good
later.
week.
Bye.
Bye.